What's up, art of friends? Welcome back to our Art Talk midterm edition. And for this edition, we will going to talk another form of art, which is architecture. Specifically, talking about my favorite architect and with his notable architectural artworks. Stay tuned and don't miss any second of this video, because at the last part of the video I will give a bonus, for we are celebrating Halloween. I going to share to you one of known architectural structure of all time that hide dark story behind. So let's start. Architecture. What is architecture? According to Britannica, architecture is the art and technique of designing and building, as distinguished from the skills associated with construction. The practice of architecture is employed to fulfill both practical and expressive requirements, and thus it serves both utilitarian and aesthetic ends. Examples of architecture are this, and many more. Here, the architecture used different styles, methods, and techniques to make it unique. Speaking of architect, let me introduce to you my favorite architect who made this, and this. No other than the man who described as City Man's Country Home on the Prairie, Mr. Lloyd Wright, who has a prolific career of more than 70 years. His work spans the late 19th and mid-20th century. He designs a variety of building types across the country, and Chicago rightly claims him as one of their own. It was there that he began his architectural practice, formed groundbreaking theories about architecture, designed revolutionary homes, and learned from his beloved master, Louis Sullivan. And as what I said, Wright is mostly known for dozens of prairie-style homes he designs between 19th and 1920. He described as the City Man's Country Home on the Prairie. They were radically different from the popular Victorian homes of the era and appealed to the upper-middle-class homeowners during a time of urban unrest by providing a secure, private, and sheltered space closely tied to the local natural landscapes. He believed that these homes united man, nature, and architecture. His own home at Taliesin in Spring Green, Wisconsin, exemplifies these ideas. Also, it inspired by the low-lying building that dotted the American plains. Wright created a prairie house style as a creation and prevailing Victorian aesthetic, which emphasized dark decor and busy embellishment both inside and outside. It instead employed clean geometries with emphasis on horizontal planes. Until his death in 1959, Wright continued to work on hundreds of projects. The Usonian Homes, Falling Water, his plans for Broad Dockery City, a mile-high Chicago skyscraper, and Taliesin West, and the Guggenheim Museum in New York illustrate Wright's ever-evolving ideas about design. And one of his designs that I like most is the Falling Water, that features stacked rectangular balconies that seem to float over the natural waterfall incorporated into the house. And for the bonus, the architectural structure that I want to share to you is structure that we heard in the children's song, what? The London Bridges is falling down. According to the rumors, The famous London Bridge, the centerpiece of Lake Havasu City, Arizona. Interestingly, when Robert brought the London Bridge to Arizona, he also brought over the century of violence and death attached to the bridge. From the great fires of 1212 and 1666 to the numerous drowning and accidents to the served heads displayed on the bridge by Crown, Lake Havasu's London Bridge is cursed. Drivers and pedestrians who cross the bridge might see misplaced characters from 19th century England walking along the road. Others have been followed home by dark energy after crossing the span, and others says during grand opening, many witnessed a group of 4 women in Victorian dress walking along the bridge. Most thought it was a publicity stunt done by the city until the woman mysteriously vanished into thin air. Another is a ghost of a woman in a black dress. She usually is seen walking quickly across the bridge, clutching her purse. Some have seen her jumping into the water at night. Interestingly enough, she never hits the water but disappears right before impact, and the bodies of women and children were buried alive under the bridge as a ritual to ensure longevity. Historian says that there's a good possibility that human remains are buried within the bridge and its granite bricks. That's all, and happy Halloween, everyone!
London Bridge is falling down, falling down, falling down. London